Hello and welcome to Podcast The Parkys Part 10. This will be the final podcast of the Parkys.
Probably. Till we do the return.
To the return of the podcast of the Parkys.
But from now on, this
may be the final.
And else we probably just Parkys talk shit.
God, after that last one?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure about that. Yeah, we probably like Parkys talk games, Parkys talk videos, Parkys talk retro, something like that.
Or some of just my random bullshit that I post up, like
whatever he posts, he does it. I mean,
I post it because I think they're hilarious. And so half of them are fucking funny as fuck.
They're all fucking funny. By the way, this will be.
Yeah. I'm going to put in part X, we go to space.
Aye. And I'm Mega Man.
Bit space. At the back.
Dick.
We have to go to space.
You dick.
Space, that's where franchises go to die. That's where franchises go to die. They go to space. They go to space to die.
I've already discussed this of how long it takes me to edit these videos. And he's like, we're going to space! We're going to the moon! We killed an alien! Right. We're here on planet Earth and news got big fucking right. We've got to stop that, right? The podcast in the Parkys Part 10, right? I've already said that and that's all going to be in it. And then I've lost my train of thought.
We went to space.
We went to space. We killed a bunch of aliens. No.
No, it was right.
So, I said to him earlier on, he goes, do you know how long it takes me to fucking edit these videos? Like the last video, it was like 8 kilo, put a background, and they had to download all the fucking, and they had to fucking green screen one of the videos, one of the fucking TV screens behind me. They had to put the fucking video and green screen that, and then fucking edit on and cut on.
See, that's what happens when franchises get to the 10th episode. They get meta.
Aye, it took about fucking 4 or 5 years to do. He's like, and we went to space. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Pure metaverse. Anyway, moving on. GTA San Andreas.
Oh, that's a great fucking kicking off topic, to be fair. What a big pile of fucking horse shit that fucking was.
Fucking guys that can't die, fucking mission breaking fucking bugs every 2 seconds, missing songs. Definitive edition? You mean fucking
my fucking boss
edition?
You mean fucking take a shite in my face edition?
Fucking boggy diarrhea edition?
Fucking kicking the balls and a licking the fanny with STDs edition? No, mate, it's fucking disgusting.
It is so bad.
Licking the fanny with STDs?
It's real bad. Don't buy this. It's not worth
it. Should be
fucking $70 if you're in America.
It's $6 in America. $6, 55 quid here. $6 in America.
I fuck that. Get that shit to fucking fuck. You can't even buy the original editions anymore. They took
them off like 2 weeks before these editions were released.
The working editions. That's what you should rename them. Working editions.
When you talking about the last ones that were on?
The PS4 store.
Oh, I know the Xbox store now because they were the mobile.
I'm talking about the PS4.
Oh, the PS4. That's fine. That's fine.
So that was just the PS2 games.
The PS2 games. That's fine. That's fine. The Xbox ones were the mobile versions, and they were still broken in certain ways, like the screen was zoomed in But I mean, to be fair, they were fucking better than fucking what we've got now.
I think they might have been upscaled for the mobile editions rather than the PS2 editions. Because it does have the multiplayer in San Andreas. Mind when you went over and you got to play 2 players? Doesn't have any of that shit. I think they actually upscaled this for the mobile edition.
When they fucking surprise me. Like, there's non-existent bridges, people you can't kill, missions where you're trying to take over territory, and people keep respawning. I would take over a territory, I'd be fucking saying like 4 billion guys me, and plus see the fucking the hit detection. No, the
hitboxes are fucked.
The fucking hitboxes, but that's not what's going to get me. I know the aim is completely fucking broken as well.
Hey.
Aye, shooting up there. I'm aiming at you up there. You fucking what the fuck, man? Dude, the game's completely fucking fucked. This is why it's got 0.5 on Xbox and 1 on fucking PS4 and 5.
It's awful.
It's fucking terrible. Now, there is some theories that this might be the beta before they actually release the actual version in December when they're going to release the physical copies of it. And I hope to fucking lordy goddy fuck that it is, because that is some bullshit.
And it's still bullshit practice fucking releasing a beta to the public.
Aye.
At fucking 60 quid.
Don't bother employing fucking people to play the game and see what's wrong with it. Just fucking release to the public and see what they think. But that
just remind me of fucking 101 Dalmatians. The fucking it was a game tester and he was trying to make the perfect game, but it was always fucked.
Oh, Black Mirror. Aye. And
no, it wasn't Black Mirror. It was 101 Dalmatians, the live action movie, and he was a game tester. Oh. The main guy.
I've seen that, but there's an episode of Black Mirrors where he's trying to create a video game and he ends up going to like this altar or fucking...
Oh, that's a completely different thing.
And that episode of Black Mirrors is actually really good though.
By the way, Black Mirror was amazing for the first couple of seasons and then it just get fucked. As soon as it went to Netflix, it get fucking fucked. I don't know what the fuck with the...
agree to disagree. When it went to Netflix, there were some bad episodes, I will agree, but there were some really fucking good ones as well.
There was good ones, but this was a consistent... I think it's the change to British to America.
Probably.
That fucked it.
Aye,
because it was a British show on Channel 4
Aye.
to the Netflix show. It still was written half by Charlie Brooker. I love Charlie Brooker.
That's probably why half the episodes were amazing.
Aye. It was so weird.
But have you not seen the gaming one? Where the guy's trying to fucking it was creating a video game, trying to create the perfect video game. I'd go back and watch that one. I'm trying to remember the fucking whole episode, but I can't for the life of me. But that was a good episode. I've only seen it one time, but it's a really good episode. And apparently it's based on an actual true story. Based on like an Atari guy that I think it was based on the E.T. game.
It's based on Tron.
I'm pretty sure it's based on E.T. where the one guy had to get the game out before Christmas. So I think basically a lot is based on E.T. Like the development of E.T. Aye. See when I look back on it, with my memory obviously, I think it was based mainly on E.T. with the single gamer guy, the game developer, was trying to create this perfect game and he had a small amount of time to do it. I'm pretty sure it was based on a true story with Atari, the guy who tried to do E.T. And see E.T. right, bring me a fucking next subject.
It's not a bad game. It's not that play it.
Well, it's
compared to most games.
Not just that. I'll tell you right now that it is a bad fucking game. But if you think about it, there's only one guy that's doing that game, and he had like 2-3 months to do it before it had been released.
Was it like weeks?
It was a couple of months you had to do it before fucking Christmas. Now, a normal Atari game would take maybe 6 or 7, 8 developers, and it took them like a year to do. He was a single person who had to develop this game before Christmas. A single person. And then people goes, oh, again, if you think about the amount of shovelware that's on fucking Atari, the amount of
bollocks that's on the fucking shovelware that's on the fucking Wii, never mind the Atari.
And see the guy that did the E.T. game, he did a bunch of brilliant games for the Atari, and he was selected to do E.T. and he had to get it out for December, before Christmas, and he was the single developer in this game. He did a full game that would take 12, 13 game developers to do over a year in 3 months. No wonder the game fucking sucked, and the game did suck, but you have to take all that into fucking consideration when you think about the game, and all the shovelware was on it. And people say that E.T. was the fucking downfall of Atari. That was not the downfall of Atari is because they sat in their offices, they get stoned, they get pissed, they didn't give a fuck about it, and they threw out fucking 4 million fucking games that were all the same game. Because they didn't have fucking Google to fucking review these games. They had a fancy front title screen, and then back in it. It's like you would have like fucking Space Invaders or fucking what's that?
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man, Space
No,
Invaders and Pac-Man.
Pac-Man's still a big
Aye,
franchise.
exactly. But you would have Space Invaders and Pac-Man, right? They would take Space Invaders and Pac-Man and make Pac-Man purple and go like, oh, it's Pac-Man, the Ultimate Edition. There you go, same game, purple Pac-Man, on you go. Just don't get their tits like, hey,
It's
fucking
not
yes.
Pac-Man.
Have you got a new game? Oh, aye, Christmas Pac-Man, he's got Santa beards. And that's what they fucking did. That's the downfall of fucking Atari. Lazy fucking stoner bastards. Even though I've nothing against stoners.
The actual downfall.
See, stoners get stoned, get stoned to work, get stoned to work, but they the fucking work,
The actual
mate.
downfall of Atari was driver free.
Oh, they talk about after the Atari and shit like that.
The actual company
They did come out with some bollocks after that. I will agree with that. But that wasn't a downfall of Atari. Because they made the Terminator 3 game, it was pretty good. It was a good enough game. I enjoyed it.
It was enjoyable, but it was broken.
I still enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty good game. There's a few Atari games that were pretty good.
One talking about
Rise of the Machines.
Oh, that one. No, that was shit.
I liked it.
There was a Terminator 3 other game that they made for an apology that was actually pretty good, but it was still broken as shit.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Rise of the Machines. Pretty sure it was the one.
It's still based on the same film. It's still got Terminator 3.
Regardless, I
By the way, they need to remake
it was broken as shit.
all the old Terminator games. You know, the ones that went like Dimwit.
Oh, right, like fucking
All the PC ones.
Aye.
They need to fucking remake them.
I thought you were talking about like the fucking Mega Drive.
No.
Era.
On PC shit.
The arcade version of T2 was pretty good. I'll give you that. But I remember back in the day fucking playing Terminator 1 and I couldn't get past a certain point. And Terminator 2 when I get past it. See the part where you're in the truck and you're shooting up and you're trying to fucking kill all the people and you just can't get past it. There's no way getting past it because you can't dodge the fucking bullets that coming towards you. That's as far as I go. That's fucking 50 quid in 1990 fucking 4 down the fucking drain. Like, convert that into actual real day money. That's a lot of fucking money for a fucking shite game. That's how fucking I sympathise with these Atari bastards. Buying fucking purple Pac-Man for 40 quid. But that's what it was like. They didn't give a fuck. All this shovelware. Fucking, there you go, have that. You fucking love Pac-Man, have purple Pac-Man.
We're going to end it on...
We're not going to end it right now. I've got a lot to say about fucking gaming.
I thought you were keeping the show.
I was keeping the show until I got aggravated about gaming. The X-Files game, that was a good game.
Oh, that game.
That was a good game.
Even though there's a bit where like you have to get past the fences, very cryptic how to get past that. But it's a great game. It's a great story. It's a great addition to the storyline.
Right, I bet you're thinking about the change of tire. So I had recorded the last podcast in 2 separate parts.
Right, time for the franchise. Continuity doesn't matter. That's a fucking given. We can just switch everything out. We can even change scenery. We can end up in Pell or whatever, but we'll stick in space to save him the hassle. But
we're not in space anymore. He's only seen the first 2 minutes. We're no longer in space. We're back in the studio.
As I said, continuity doesn't matter, so we're continuing on. Welcome.
But we're not welcome. Well, they've not went anywhere. They're just watching the one.
Well, you started with welcome anyway.
Did I?
Aye.
No, I didn't. I started with I bet you're wondering why they changed their tire.
Okay.
I recorded in 2 separate videos and one of the videos went missing.
Doesn't matter. Continuity doesn't matter. 10 for the franchise.
It's still 10. Welcome back, even though you didn't go anywhere.
Right, so I actually just...
You can fuck off and then come back and I can say welcome again.
Welcome! I watched the new Resident... Actually, I can't put this in here.
How?
It's not like it. Make it flag for it. Some shit.
It's fucking sick. You've got to watch it anyway. Probably 14 people might see. We already talked about Resident Evil at the start of this, I'm sure. Somewhere.
We talked about Trill.
We talked about it. So it's been that long with he's actually seen it now.
I've actually seen Resident Evil and It's a bad film. It is. It's really bad. There is moments here that are good that fans will enjoy of the games. There's scenery. There's they fucked up the zombies. How the hell do you fuck up a zombie?
I don't know, I've not seen it.
Well, I get what they were going for, but it's no to my taste. Because I prefer Romero zombie.
Well, I mean, I seen in the trailer when they put the scene in for Resident Evil 1 when the zombie turns around and fucking... I was watching a video about fucking... I know, I seen it in the trailer. I was watching a video about the Resident Evil games, like all the different Resident Evil games, and this guy was sitting talking about how scary Resident Evil 1 was. And I was sitting thinking about it, they were sitting talking about how when that zombie bit, he had to put the game off and he had to leave the room, and then he eventually got brave enough to play the game through. I remember playing that game, and see, as soon as I seen that zombie bite that guy's fucking neck and the blood spewing out and turn around and looking at the camera, I remember starting the game again so I could see it again. It was fucking awesome. There was nothing scary about that game other than the jump scare where the dogs jump through the window. That jump scare, that still gets me. But there was nothing. But everybody goes on about how scary Resident Evil 1 was. And now,
by the time we played Resident Evil 1, I was 6 years old and you were 8, and we were horror veterans at this time. We had seen it at this point that everybody had to offer.
I actually think I was at 10 at the time. I don't think I was young. I think I was 10.
Because we played the first Resident Evil. Okay, then. Yes, it was before Resident Evil 10. It was 97 when we played the first Resident Evil.
I'm sure it was 98 because 98 is when we...
No, because the demo of Resident Evil 2 was in the game. Resident Evil 2 hadn't come out yet.
That's right, aye.
It was 97.
Still pretty sure it was 98.
The original Resident Evil came out in 96. And there was a demo of Resident Evil 2 at the time, so Resident Evil 2 was about to come out. So this might have been late 97, early 98.
But I think it was 98, early 98. I'm sure it was because we got the PlayStation for Christmas that year in 97. So I think it was 98 when we played Resident Evil. So Arden 10. So but anyway, by that point we were already seasoned veterans because we'd already watched all the fucking Chucky movies, the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, the fucking Friday the 13th movies, fucking
we'd seen Evil Dead by that time.
We'd seen multiple times we'd seen Evil Dead. So when we were playing the game, and plus at that point we didn't really bother reading the journals, we just wanted to get through the game because we couldn't want to play a game.
Who wants to read?
Who wants to fucking read? Admittedly, some of the journal entries can be scary.
Yeah,
but we didn't really read any of that crap back then. We just went through the game, and I fucking restarted the game for the start, so I can watch that zombie part again because it's basically right at the start. And maybe you just go right at the start of the game. You just go through the dining room, take a right, first zombie, right on the screen. I was like, that's awesome. I'm doing that again.
You know what's cool? There's different ways to play that game because there's actually a part of it where I think it's if you take too long, the zombie actually comes busting through the door.
He does. See me just waiting in the dining hall bit, and you go and you talk to
Barry,
because he's sitting.
No, Chris is blood.
Terrible voice acting, just terrible. Anyway, he's looking at that, and see me just run around the dining table 3 times. I don't know if it's a certain way you have to run around, but anyway, you run around it 3 times, and the zombie bushes through the door. But a zombie.
A lot of stuff like that in Resident Evil is like because like getting the modus, I think there's like 4 or 5 different endings to it.
You know. And you know, even though I got that game in early 98, I did not complete it until about 2003, 2004 because I could not get past the vines. The vines, and then you get the weed killer and you put it in the thing, and it kills the vines. Took me years to. I mean, a 10-year-old's never got to fucking work out.
It was the internet then.
So you could have just look it up. No, I went round that fucking thing about 1 million times, and I didn't even know there were weeds in the first place. You got weed killer to kill it. I had the weed killer, but I didn't know that's what they were. I thought they were vines.
They were like monster things.
And they were like monster vines that used to hit you away, and I thought weed killer was for like a gun or something, but I don't know.
My first thought when I started Resident Evil was, what's the jump button? And that's usually my first thought every time I start a game. What's the jump button? Because all we played back then was platformers. That's what you had. You had the jump button.
Aye. 2D side scrolls.
Aye. Even Crash Bandicoot had a jump button.
Aye.
Aye.
It's really clever how they did Crash Bandicoot as well.
Aye.
And then you look at this big 3D world when it really wasn't. It was a 2.5D game, and the way they set it out in like different sections was just really clever. Because it's just the way they programmed for the PlayStation. They did it so well. Because in like the N64, they had the ability to create this kind of openish world kind of thing. Where like when PlayStation didn't have the hardware to do that, so they had to like create sections.
It kind of did, but nobody knew how to do it. Because you go to Spiral later as well.
You get Spiral. The early days they didn't.
They didn't know how to do it. They saw that the PlayStation couldn't do it. They just didn't know how to do it.
They just put it in kind of sections. Like you get so far, and then they would put a bunch of mist in front of you, and they would actually create the part, and then they'd put like a wall of mist or something. They did it in like the South Park games.
Silent Hill's the big one.
They put a wall of mist in front of you, or else you would run forward and then there'd be like a wall in front of you that you would have to jump over or something like that, just so they can keep the game in different sections. And they did it in Resident Evil. The loading times really fucking well.
The door
shut. The only fucking pain in the arse thing is you can't even in modern day you can't skip it. You still have to watch the door open and shut.
On the DS version you can't skip it. Which is my favourite version of that original game, the DS version. A lot of people skipped it because it's who wants to play Resident Evil on the DS. By the way, play Resident Evil on the DS. It's phenomenal.
You get your fucking map up there, so you have to keep going onto the fucking map screen. There's a bit where you fucking blow up the zombie with blowing in them. There's a few extra parts in it and everything. It's a great game.
It has the actual DS remix mode where there's a lot of new puzzles. There's like the first person mode where you could.
And I think I said in an earlier podcast as well that my favourite Resident Evil was DS as well. I'm sure I did.
Of the Resident Evil 1.
Of the Resident Evil 1,
my favourite of all time is still going to be Resident Evil 2. I fucking love that game.
My favourite of all time is Resident Evil 3. Although I do prefer the story and the feel of Resident Evil 2, I still prefer Resident Evil 3 because it was much easier to control as well.
You get the dodge thing as well.
You get a dodge thing as well, and Nemesis is cool, and they fucking like. I just no longer completed the remake of Resident Evil 3 the other day there. Nemesis is a pain in the fucking arse, and that dodge button isn't worth a shit. It's pure shit.
I don't think I ever used it. I knew it was there, I just didn't use it.
You have to use it at the exact point where a zombie's going to bite you, and if you do that, then it does this like kind of slow screen that you move at the right.
I used it in the demo version to try it, but
see when Nemesis after you, I'm fucking dodging like shit and he's still battling fucking me. I'm trying to run and he jumps right in front of you. I'm like, alright, cool, dodge. Oh, well, you're on a staircase, no chance, battered.
A lot of people found this a negative in the remake, that Nemesis wasn't like that through the entire game.
No, I didn't mind it because it was well established that he adapts to these environments.
Because
have you read it in the computer?
In the original game, Nemesis follows you about mostly through the entire game until he transforms. But in the remake, since it's only 3 years long, that's all like a tiny section of the game. Where Nemesis follows you about, then he transforms kind of right away.
It wasn't a fucking tiny section of the game for me. I mean, it took me 5 hours and 20 minutes to do the game, and about 3 years of that was Nemesis following me about. And it changes 4 times. Sorry, it changes 4 times. Because you kill him once and he falls in the water and he becomes a fish.
Yeah, but I'm talking about between his original form and his first transformation. There was a lot of time in the original before Nemesis actually properly
transforms.
But in the remake, it's like
I didn't mind it, especially when you read the documents saying that Jill was one of the reasons for his transformations because he's so focused on killing her that any situation he's put into, he adapts to it. That's why when he falls in the water, he comes out like a big fucking fish zombie. Or when he gets trapped in the acid, he comes out like a big fucking acid zombie. The
transformation came too early in the game. As I was saying, a lot of people think the transformation came too early in the game
But
because
it's a short game, that's the thing.
aye.
So, I mean, I didn't really have a problem with it, to be honest with you, because the game is all like... Well, if you're first in it, you probably take about 5 hours to complete. It took me 5 hours and 20 minutes to complete the first time. And because it's like an hour in game between like an hour and a half in games between transformations. They section it out, and I think they section it out quite well for how long the game is. Plus, did they charge full price for that game?
Aye, it's full price.
Seriously?
Aye.
That was like a £50 game.
Aye.
See, what?
Aye, they charge full price for that.
No, I'd have paid that for the Resident Evil 2 remake, even though I still not completed it.
And that's an entire full game with 4 campaigns.
Aye, and I've not completed. I'll get halfway through. I remember I got stuck at some point and I didn't go back to it.
Yeah,
I might actually just start the game
it's
again.
It's because you didn't do the thing with the statue, but we were talking about this a couple of weeks ago when it was still fresh in my memory because I just played it.
I fucked up a bit and I kept...
It was something you didn't look at.
Aye, I know I need to do that, but I might actually re-download
just read it.
Just re-download Resident Evil 2 and then go through it again. I know I'm halfway through, but it's a good game, so I don't mind going through it again.
Resident 2 is amazing. It's probably one of the best remakes out there, along with the original Resident Evil remake. It's incredible.
And I really enjoyed Resident Evil 3, and I'm not a big fan of pure long games anyway because my concentration is fucked. So
I enjoyed it. I still think it, especially for a full price game.
I know, but it's not. I mean, if I completed that game and I'd paid £50 for it, I'd be fucking raging.
And you don't have any of the extra modes like Resident Evil 2 had, like the mercenary modes, the fucking ultimate survivor things, the side stories that Resident Evil 2 had.
You get the artwork and you get unlock different costumes.
Yeah, sure. But you have to still play the same game, the same scenario over and over.
I know. So I can't. That does
and
not.
And there's no variation in the original Resident Evil 3 game, and even Resident Evil 2 and 1 games, and the remakes. There's a lot of variation on how you can play it.
I know.
But this is so linear that it's just the same thing. There's no choice system. Like, remember in the original, you choose to jump out the window or sit and fight nemesis. You don't get these choices.
I mean, even in fucking Resident Evil 0, you get the choice about what character to pick, and there's different scenarios for different. Even fucking the worst Resident Evil game, fucking Resident Evil Survivor, there was still fucking choices that you could make.
And they had like A, B, and C.
They had like 3 different endings to it. Truly terrible game, but they had so. This brings me back, brings my memory back, fucking years and years and years ago, the first time I read on PlayStation Magazine that if you complete the game in under half an hour, you unlock like...
The rocket launcher?
I had rocket launcher, but there was you unlocked fucking... Who is it he says that he's an old pala? Leon Kennedy, he says his full name for whatever reason. Oh, my friend, Leon Kennedy's. He's the one. He asked me to go investigate. In PlayStation Magazine it says you unlock a rocket launcher and you can unlock Leon Kennedy if you complete the game within half an hour. So I've played it about maybe 4 or 5 times and I completed the game in 28 minutes. Now I'm looking for Leon Kennedy and fucking this rocket launcher and it doesn't fucking happen. I was absolutely gutted. That game went straight to fuck. I think it's a pure rare game now, so I wonder what the fuck I did with it. But anyway, it went straight to fuck anyway.
Yeah.
I completed the first time I completed that game, it took me like an hour and a half, right?
There's a bunch of sequels to that.
There's Dead Aim, and there's
Code Veronica, which is Resident Evil Survivor 2, and then there was one based on Dino Crisis as well, which is part of that same series.
That might have been Dead. I know.
There's Dead Aim as well, the one in the boat. That's part of the same series as well.
That was like one of the first online games as well, PS2.
That was Outbreak.
So it was. Well,
the Garen's on a boat as well, but
and Resident Evil. There was the original Resident Evil 2, I think it was meant to be on a boat as well, and they scrapped that.
That was Resident Evil 4. It was supposed to be on a boat, but they used that later for Gaiden, and they used it later for Dead Aim, and they used it later for Revelations. They did it 3 fucking times. And then there's still people saying, I wish there was a Resident Evil set in a boat. There's fucking 5 of them.
Aye.
Well, there's 3 of them, but
But that Gaiden fucking get mixed reviews.
by the way, but that's a technical achievement for the Game Boy Color.
I really liked the game, and I actually completed it not long ago. When I was fucking playing it in the Game Boy Color we've got.
Yeah.
And I was sitting out under the line and shit like that. I really need to get a fucking light bulb for that thing. Try to fucking play it.
I used to have one. I
know the
back
springy
there
one.
was a massive torch ring.
It was like a spring.
Aye.
The only fucking pain in the arse thing is the first time I was playing it, it cuts it halfway through.
It cuts it by it's no long after you save Leon, and then you go a bit for a bit, and then you fight the tyrant boss, and the game will just
crash. And that's a fucking pain in the arse. I might actually download it on emulator and see play the rest of it.
Because you own a copy of it and it's not legal.
Exactly, I want a copy of it. It's just a shame that the copy only gets you so far. But anyway, apparently that's a pure rare game. And I was thinking about doing a video on my Gamer Parky channel about rare games that I own. Because I was thinking to myself today that I've actually got quite a few. There's a few Saturn games I've got that are rare. I have one Dreamcast game that's kind of rare. I've got the Resident Evil Gaiden. There was a couple of special Xbox 360 games that I've got that are now, they weren't rare when I bought them. I bought them for like a £5, and now they are.
Rare games, FIFA on the PlayStation, because it's rare as fuck.
I've got a couple of PSP games that are kind of rare. A couple of DS games that are kind of rare as well. So I was debating doing a video on that. I'll need to download the footage for each of the game and the price points of it there and a lot of other shit for that. The thing is, nobody fucking watches my Gamer Parky channel, so I fail to put in the work that I think I need to that I should put in because nobody fucking sees it. It's frustrating as shit because I used to put a lot of work into it and now I'm kind of I put a lot of work into these podcasts because at some point somebody might see it. But my Gamer Parky, I'm like, you know what?
That's one of the problems people have. The more work they put into a video, the less people that see it. And
you get skilled with it.
You people getting even big YouTubers. It's like I put a lot in this and it got like 100 views and I'm just sitting here talking on a camera right now and it's getting 1 billion.
I know,
so I hate
people would do fucking absolute minimal work and they get pure thousands of views. This is why I started one from the archives. Because that's basically me going into the internet archives, taking a video, putting an intro towards it and posting it up. I just wanted to see what would happen with that. Because it's such minimal work and I think that some of the videos have actually got more views than the videos that I actually put work into. And it's like, what's the point in actually putting effort into something if I could just post something fucking generic bullshit, like steal a trailer and fucking post that with my face over it going like that. Well, what do you think of this fucking trailer? I'll tell you what I think about this trailer. This trailer's a bit shite. What's this bit? You know what I mean? It's fucking pure.
Let's just make funny faces.
It's like these people that react to fucking music that they've apparently never heard before, quotations, and they go, "Ooh, hey, that's some breakdown that is."
If I ever react to something that I've done before, it is my actual reaction to something.
I know, it's no fucking, this really hurts bollocks. They listen to the song about 4 times before it, I go, we have to react this way to this bit. And then fucking post it, you could tell that it wasn't a natural reaction in the first place. You could tell it wasn't a natural reaction.
No, because on the channel I have my reaction to the Resident Evil trailer, which I did, and I was right, and I use a word in my trailer reaction that will fucking explain the movie. I use the word bewildered, and by the way, watching that film, I was fucking bewildered at the choices they were making.
There's a couple of guys that do fucking metal, like they react to. Well, I don't know if they still do it, but they were called Leaving Los Angeles. Los in Vegas.
They're still a bit.
At least their reactions were genuine reactions, but you see some of the people and their reaction is not fucking genuine. They don't go to a random song and they play that enough to react to it. What they do is they look at about 400 or 500 different songs because they take requests, right? So you put a request in and they go, alright, cool, one react to that random song.
And then there's the people that go about all the different reaction channels,
and see
find out what's trending, and then make their own reaction to it, even though they'd already watched the reaction to see what the song was.
It's like fucking Lorna Shore. What the fuck's the Lorna Shore song called? I put the video here about the
Summer.
I put the part of the music video that they love to react to. And it's been blind reacted like a million times, and it gets a lot of fucking views. So people go, oh, blind react to this. You've already seen a bunch of other people blind reacted to, so you know what parts that you should be fucking blind reacting to. It's not a blind reaction. You're talking shit. It's the people who go through fucking YouTube and they scroll YouTube for everybody else that's doing these blind reactions to these songs. That go, oh, that one be a good one to do a blind reaction to, even though I've already heard the song.
Like on a video reacting to the top 40, that was reaction because David hadn't listed it, but I did a reaction beforehand, and I think I even said in the video that
I'd reacted to the top 40. And I didn't want to do top 40 because that would take fucking forever, so I was like, we'll just do the top 10. And we have some gay guy that appeared on, he was in a talk show. Who's the, I don't even know if he is gay, but his music videos are all about gay people. I think they're, what was his name?
That
he was either, I think he was 10th and 8th or something like that.
Aye.
It's basically just gay porn in a fucking music video.
Aye.
That guy, he was in a fucking talk show. He was clearly fucking acting, and he was coming out saying that I've been sleeping with your boyfriend.
Are set knowing nothing about her husband's secret affair. You know who this is?
Me and Jai have been together for about a month and a half.
And then she found out Montero has also convinced Jai.
How?
She's so he might not be the father of his wife Ashley's baby.
I can't remember the fucking talk show he was on, some American talk show before he was famous anyway. Saying that he'd sleep with some lassie's boyfriend, you know, kind of Jeremy Kyle fucking, it's all fucking acted out kind of scenario.
By the way, the bottom line of that was the UK top 40 sucks, except for Ed Sheeran was in it, and Justin Bieber's songs is pretty damn good.
Justin Bieber had 2 good songs and 1 average song. Ed Sheeran had 2 songs that were belters, and then there was a bunch of average songs and shite songs.
Garbage and fucking David Bowie doing Rocket Man, but no Rocket Man.
That was god
That was number 1.
And how the hell did that even get anywhere near it? It was because it's David Bowie, I suppose. Or because it's Elton John, that's why it's number 1. But I mean, come on, to fuck. That's the thing. Let's see fucking Madonna these days. She can come out and fart in a microphone and be number 1. Honestly, she can come out and fart in a microphone, number 1.
Seven physical media with album charts and all that, metal rules it. Metal fucking rules everything there.
I know.
Or independent artists, like when you look at iTunes and stuff like that, the fucking something fucking a streaming show called Friday Night Tights. It's just a live stream with people talking nerd culture shit like that. They made a song called Friday Night Tights for their show, and it ended up number 1 in iTunes because that's what people actually buy. Fucking fans of shit buy shit.
But that's it. Because some of this goes into like Spotify,
it goes into
songs and YouTube fucking views and all that shit. So see if Madonna was to come out and put it as a music video, Madonna farting into a microphone, millions of people for whatever reason in their own brains go, I want to see Madonna fart in a microphone. 4 million subscribers. No, Christmas number 1. Merry Christmas. And happy New Year.
How fucking what's his name? Rapper guy always gets number 1 spots in iTunes.
I don't want to say a lot more than rap. Mostly names.
But you know who I'm talking about? The guy does no, it's independent.
Oh, independent. Oh, right. The white guy.
Aye.
The guy that raps about. Well, at one point he was rapping about people's letters. Somebody would send him a fan letter and he would rap about his problems. Oh fuck, what was his name? The guy that did the guy that had the diss with the other guy.
Aye.
His name Max Payne, T-Pain, fucking.
By the way, real shape of names. Eminem, that's the fuck. Independent rapper.
Eminem, aye.
No, it's Tom McDonald.
Tom McDonald, aye. Tom McDonald, right? So it wasn't him that I was thinking about. It was the other guy.
But that's why he ends up
Tom
number one all the time in charts and shit like that, because
I don't know why I had the other guy in fucking it. He's the one that used to get fan mail in and he would rap about the fan mail. But that wasn't Tom McDonald.
I thought you were talking about because he had a beef with the guy. No, I think it's the beef with the guy that you're talking about. That Tom McDonald had.
It was the guy that the beef I was talking about. That's who I had in mind for whatever reason. I don't know why he'd been in the charts.
And then see like metal charts, since they go all out with their physical media, with art and all that, big booklets and shit like that.
Their vinyl things.
Aye, and that fucking fans love to buy that shit. So fucking, but they're not allowed in pop charts. They'll disbarred it.
The vinyls they release, they make like 1,000 vinyls, right? Now, they know they've got to sell at least 1,000 vinyls, right? Because usually their YouTube hits have like 23,000 views, so you only need like fucking 1% of them to buy a vinyl record, and most likely to sell out within the first couple of months anyway. And then they'll debate whether they'll put up a new one or not. The guys in Kills, they had fucking some vinyl shit come out.
Nah, they make a lot of money selling their shirts. You mind their Defty Disney shirts? Everything, them Kevin Mickey Mouse and shit like that. Who else got an independent album coming out? Jared Dines and Howard Jones. They've got an album coming out tomorrow. It's under the band name Sign.
Fuck
that shit is amazing, and by the way, that's going to sell a shitload, and you'll probably see that number one in the album charts.
If you're a Killswitch fan in America, Killswitch has been supported by Howard Jones as a support act, like Howard Jones' new band. He's the first support band on, so you will most likely see that song with Howard Jones and Jesse.
He'll probably jump in with Jesse. They're a bunch of the Kills, because he normally does it anytime they're in the same area.
So heads up, Howard Jones's new band is supporting his first support.
Light the Torch.
Aye.
Or the one he does with Jared Dines, Sion.
No, the one he does with Jared Dines.
Right. So it'll be Light the Torch.
Light the Torch. Light the Torch are supporting Killswitch Engage in their American tour. And one of my favourite, what the fuck's the song called now? I'm fucking lost my track.
Signal Fire? Aye. And it was Fire something, but I was going to say Fire Bombs. But then I was like, no, that's CM Punk tune.
The Signal Fire. I've been into fucking Killswitch since about 2002, I think, maybe 2002. That sounds about right. 2002, and it's not like me for a new song to be my favourite song by a band, but it's the Signal Fire by Howard Jones and Jesse is my favourite Killswitch song.
It was basically the best of Killswitch. That's what it was. If you were to describe Killswitch to somebody, you go, here, this is Killswitch.
I mean, if you describe Killswitch in 2005, it was singing, breakdown, singing, breakdown, singing, breakdown, singing, breakdown, and wee bits of heavy bits there, and an end. The same breakdown in every single fucking song. I mean, I love Killswitch, but
every album got repetitive after a while. They've kind of mixed it up a bit here and there nowadays, but
the other thing is, I've always preferred Jesse over Howard as the singer anyway. I've
always preferred Howard.
I know you've always preferred Howard, and my mate Sean, he's always preferred Howard as well, but I think it's because when I first heard Killswitch, it was Jesse that I'd heard.
I first heard Killswitch, it was Jesse as well. But I spent a much better than see them. I actually did see them with Jesse, but the first time I seen them was his return gig. When Jesse came back.
Jesse came back. So the first time I seen Killswitch Engage was with Jesse. The second time I seen him was with Howard. The third time I seen him.
But you seen him with Jesse and Howard.
The third time I seen him was with Howard, and Jesse came on for the last song. It was either My Curse or My Sacrament. It was either My Curse or My
Sacrament.
Serenade, aye. It was one of the. I cannot fucking fully remember because it was so long ago now. I could say I think it was one of the last tour dates, and Howard came on with Jesse, and Jesse came on with Howard even, and Jesse absolutely fucking blew Howard away. Like Howard, I was watching Killswitch and they were amazing, but then see when Jesse came out, I just and I think that was the time where I actually established that Jesse was my favourite singer.
That was a fun trip out there. Thank you, bartender, for the shot. I may have been knocked slightly out of tune though. Sounds pretty good, right? respect to Howard, I have to sing a lot of his shit every night. I have a lot of love and respect for this man. His hands are
Then after that, I seen him with Howard again, and I think that's with Trivium, I'm sure.
We seen him with Jesse with Trivium.
That was it, Chess. It was.
That was his return gig.
That's the one with Trivium. That was his return gig.
And that was my first time seeing Killswitch and Trivium.
Aye.
And I was so happy because I never thought I would get to see fucking Killswitch ever with Jesse.
I think I seen him once before that with Howard as well, because I'm pretty sure I've seen him like 3 or 4 times with Howard.
You've seen him a few times.
And I've seen him like 3 times with Jesse. But I've seen him at festivals as well.
I think because I was always a fan of Jesse, all stuff out of Killswitch, like he did Seamless and all that.
Seamless, aye.
And the bands were great, man.
This is going to be a really long podcast, but it's the final part, so might as well be, yeah. Because I already done like 25 minutes, so I was going to do this like a 10-minute section to bring up to 35 minutes, which is like the usual runtime.
Yeah.
I'll just keep going as long as we can, just upload like a fucking hour-long video. That's fine with me.
Yeah, with the edited part also, right?
Aye, there'll be some bits edited out when we're looking at the video. Right, so we'll finish off the podcast about how South Korean TV shows seem to be taking over Netflix.
Yeah, because they're great and they're non-political.
I mean, they're non-political until somebody fucking subs air them with political fucking things that they're not even fucking saying.
When I watch them, I watch fan dubbing them because fuck Netflix.
Well,
fucking.
When I watch them, I might be watching them with a fan dub because it's whatever sub comes up with the string of text on the Netflix that I watch.
Because I've been watching them because they were proper good fan dubs, and somebody was comparing them. This what Netflix says, and this what they actually say.
I mean, I was watching a TikTok video about that as well when they were watching Squid Games, and they go, they've completely they see the pure arsehole character in Squid Games, the woman arsehole.
Aye, she completely took her out of context.
Aye, most of the things she was saying, it's completely denies her character development and watched for what was actually said. But there was a Korean movie I was watching a while ago, and I can't for the life remember what it was, but it was kind of like a gangster Korean movie. But anyway, they made the first gangster that they come across, like he's this head honcho, right? And they're there because they're hitmen to kill them, and they offer him a bunch of money not to kill them, but he kills them anyway because they're hitmen. That's what they do. Anyway, so in the subs of the movie, and in the dub of the movie is completely fucking different. So in the dub of the movie, it goes like, my partner will be back soon, and he means his partner in crime. He goes like, I better kill me now because my partner's coming back soon, right? In the dubs it says, you better kill me now because my boyfriend's coming back soon. But that wasn't the context whatsoever.
It's like when they made the fucking sisters in Dragon Ball Super fucking lesbians. It's like,
they're sisters. And
yeah, that makes absolutely no sense at all.
Actually, it was the subs that says partner, but the way that the context of it, a partner was his business partner or partner in crime. But when it was dubbed, it goes like, my boyfriend will be back soon. I goes like, because I'd watched it twice, one subbed and one dubbed, and I goes like, that's no.
If you're dubbing something, or if you're putting subs on something, keep it to its original form. You're just changing art when you're doing shit like that. You're changing the original context. Just keep it how it is. Don't go in putting in your own jokes or anything. It's not as if I'm gonna go dub fucking I don't know, Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels, and I'm gonna dub it with complete Scottish slang. that movie's all English slang and all
Aye.
that. It's like, I'm going to dub it with complete Scottish slang, and I'm going to take everything out of context. I look at that wee tadger,
Aye.
wee fanny boys ever there, let's go back and like
Was it the getaway? You're not supposed to blow the blaming doors up. Is that the getaway?
aye.
Aye.
No, that's the Italian job.
The Italian job, aye. You're always supposed to blow the boom and then just stop in it. You're always supposed to give him a bloody blowjob.
Oh no, my dolls, you blew them off.
Where are thou doors?
Where I found them. Aye, if you're doing shit like that, just keep
Just
it
don't.
true to where it is.
Or just don't do it. Just.
Well, you
dub.
have to do it in some context
Just-
to dub or sub something to unless everybody's learning.
If there's a word in Japan that's no got an English meaning, then you can make some shit up. But see when it's fucking like business partners or something, like somebody working in an office, you go that my business partner's coming, you don't dub it over. My business boyfriend's coming. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It's not true to the fucking to the story.
And especially what happens after that is like they don't seem to get it. He just shot him in the head. What was?
He seems a bit pissed off because he shot his. But it doesn't seem as if he was that kind of way. Anyway, so fuck that.
Don't do that. But anyway,
Self-creating
shows.
Because there's Alice in Borderland, which was brilliant. Watching Hellbound right now, which is confusing, but it's good. The CG's leaves a lot to desire, but it's good enough. I've only watched the episode in it, so I'm going to watch the rest of it, and hopefully I kind of get my head around about what the fuck is happening. And I don't know if it's the dubs that I don't really understand, because there's some subtitles that I'm reading, sorry. There's some subtitles that I'm reading, and their reactions don't match what's being said. Like somebody will say like that, I'll need to go investigate that. Not investigate it. It's like I don't think that's what he's saying somehow. I don't know.
You're wrong with that.
I mean, unless you're William Shatner, that's a bit of an overreaction. Oh no, he's going to investigate. Anyway, so
by the way, that's Biffy's done her William Shatner impression because I was that Eller you must have
That's my voice. Oh no, they're coming to investigate. There's a gremlin on the wing of this plane.
I was doing anything that you might watch on Netflix. Just keep to the fucking South Korean shit. Kingdom is phenomenal. It's probably one of the best shows I've seen in the last few years.
Zombie on that?
Aye,
that was good. Aye.
That's great. They released a spin-off movie this year, a couple of weeks ago.
No, I'll need to watch that. It was awesome. Anyway, this is the last part of the podcast, the parties. We might bring it back, but I think we've
Some
got
point, but I think we'll grow the channel a bit before we do anything.
We're probably just going to venture into specific things. We're talking about
topics.
Supernatural, or we're talking about Terminator franchise, or we're talking about the Final Fantasy franchise, or we're talking about, just stuff like that. Keep it maybe 10-15 minutes where we're just talking about the one thing rather than half an hour about talking about whatever comes to our brains. Anyway.
And once he sees the Resident Evil movie, we're going to go on a big rant about that.
We'll talk about
because
that.
they see it first.
I have to see it first. These videos will
and we can get into complete spoilers. The video will be named Resident Evil Spoiler Talk, and that's what we'll be talking about.
The videos will only be like 10-15 minutes because there's only so much you can talk about a singular thing, and I've realised that when we're doing these podcasts, we talk about something between 7 and 10 minutes, and then we go into something else. So I'm aiming to keep it within like 15-minute range, and then put it that way rather than talk about an hour. But we talk about 60 different fucking topics because already we've talked about Atari. How did we even start off the last one? Because it was that fucking
Grand Theft
Auto, San Andreas. We've talked about Killswitch Engage. We've talked about
Resident
Evil. We've talked about
the charts,
the top 40 charts. We've talked about just like a array of things, and this will probably be like an hour long. So estimated we'll talk about something kind of in depth about our fucking how we feel about whatever it might be about Supernatural, fucking Resident Evil, fucking whatever it might be for like 10 minutes, and then just go for there. And hopefully people start fucking watching it because this will only get like 14-15 views. Tell your friends, tell your grandma.
Aye, check out the Rumble channel.
Right, anyway, bye.
Subscribe to Gamer Parky.
And subscribe to me. I'm a good guy.